Europe, that won the Best Case Award representing the Asia Pacific region. Three textbooks authored and more than 10 research papers published. Her expertise spans economics, policy, marketing, and entrepreneurship, making her true inspiration for all of us here at HNIMR. To honor her presence today, I would now like to invite our respected Director Ma'am, Dr. Priyanka Singh Ma'am, to felicitate Dr. Gandhali Panse Ma'am. Thank you so much everyone. Now I request Director Ma'am to kindly address the gathering.
Good morning all. Another day of Coffee Connect with alumni. A beautiful morning with my wonderful alumni in the campus. It always gives us pleasure to welcome our alumni on this special day. The way she was walking down the lane, I can tell you she has been a strong personality, and that gives immense pleasure to the college and the faculties for everything. So a big round of applause for our alumni. This Coffee Connect is a direct connect with the heart, and we believe that you students, the second year students, those who will be stepping into the corporate career as well as your personal life, can learn a lot from these alumni. They share the stories, they are nostalgic always, and they can be your role models. Wonderful to have this session, and we always expect a one-to-one interaction. At the same time, you can discuss many things which you want to, and at the same time this recording will be shared with other students on YouTube as well as WhatsApp group. So thank you once again for making it this episode, and I call it as an episode because Coffee Connect, you always get connected with the normal episode famous. So our alumni stepping into HNIMR and making these memories, which is like a wonderful inspiration and a wonderful learning for all. Thank you.
Thank you ma'am for your inspiring words. To lead today's session forward, I am delighted to introduce our moderator, Ms. Samruddhi Date. She will be guiding the discussion with Dr. Gandhali ma'am and helping us explore the theme of today's Coffee Connect, current market trends and her journey. Thank you. Hello ma'am, it's truly special to have you with us today ma'am, and we are really all excited to hear your journey from you ma'am. So before starting, let's start with something fun and we dive into your journey. So if you had to sum up your MBA days in just 3 words, what would they be?
I think rigor, persistence, and passion.
That's really wonderful ma'am. And back in your MBA days, did you have your favorite spot on campus that where you love to spend your time?
Our director's office. She remember because ours was the second batch. First was the odd batch. Nothing was here on the campus that you see today was actually present because I passed out in 1999. So we had a filing lady, Dr. Joshi. She was a director. So I think we all together built. She always made a part of all decisions, all processes, even I remember we had a first session of photographs and we were supposed to make brochure, and the photographer cheated on us and he took all the money and he ran away. Literally that happened in the first year. But our director called us again and she shared everything. This is what has happened. Now we have to work out our way and see how we can go ahead. So I think our first favorite spot is our director's cabin, and then canteen is where we spend definitely a lot of learning happened actually in the canteen.
That's interesting to know. So this is a quick question to audience. Do you guys have your favorite spot? If anyone would like to share their spots, hangout spots. To share?
That's common room. Yes. Actually, what is the vibe on campus? If you want to catch, then you must know what's happening in the hostel. You must keep track of it.
Definitely, ma'am. So, was there any subject you didn't really enjoy during your MBA days?
Statistics. I was very poor initially in mathematics because I had a background of arts, economics, that too till my graduation. My whole education was in Marathi, only one subject in English, and then I jumped into MBA. And I had a beautiful batch. I was never into top 10 initially in my class. I had many intelligent girls from different backgrounds, and it was a very vibrant batch, though we were the first regular batch. So I was very poor with numbers, and I was very scared. I think I flunked also in internals. But then again, thanks to our faculty members, we had regular extra classes. Remedial classes ये word तब नहीं आया था, तो director we had extra sessions and then somehow I pushed it through. But I think that created foundation for my further research career, because today's statistics is like this for me. Definitely you put a lot of efforts into learning, but I think how to learn and approach the subject, those fundamentals, those screws जो tight हुए ना वो permanently tight हुए. And it built a very clear approach, for that matter, not only statistics, all financial subjects also. How to do it now? Can I take time for this?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay. How to do it? Because today we have apps and everything. Even if you put in ChatGPT, he will give you answer to the hypothesis. बट वो जो नंबर आया है उसको इंटरप्रेट कैसे करना है, उसको एक्सेप्ट करना है, डिलीट करना है, व्हाट दैट नंबर प्रिसाइजली मीन्स टू मी, माय रिसर्च इज वेयर एक्चुअली योर अप्रोच लाइक. सो if you invest enough in developing approach towards a subject, then you can say imbibing that subject and keeping track of the subject becomes very easy and it becomes interesting also. So I was very scared of statistics and accounts because that is what I did for the first time. So yeah, credit and debit, something I was absolutely scared. Oh, I used to get irritated जब ये credit और particularly CR and then DR. But again, it all goes into the approach. And then I realized you can connect to your school days also. There are many subjects you don't like. We don't like because we are not comfortable doing it. We are not confident कि ये I can do that. I'm not comfortable with the idea if somebody gives me new problem in it, I will not be able to solve it because मुझे ये आता नहीं है. मुझे ये आता नहीं है. Again you go back because there is no confidence, there is no comfort level, and bottom of it is lack of practice. And lack of practice is because again the approach is missing. So I think if you have this cross-domain groups. If you are from engineering background, then mingle with science students, mingle with commerce students, and have a common discussions on the topic. ये होता क्या है? What is this credit, debit, and why? Why on the earth it is? When you get into the basic questions, it will give clarity of fundamentals, and then the subject, whether you really build a career on it or it stay with you long or not, it's again eventually you will make a choice of it. But this understanding these few things is very important for management student, for the career that we all have chosen. So that was the another subject, and yes, again the practice and a lot of commerce students who were there who became our gurus for all the semesters, and then we got clear finally.
That's really good to hear, ma'am. So, ma'am, now we would love to hear.
Hello ma'am. The way you spoke about the communication and English language was very well. First of all, a big round of applause for ma'am. Because that one sentence when you said that I was from a Marathi medium or a BA economics, it is a big learning for our students that whatever is your background, madam, आता अक्षरशः वाटत नाही that you are from a Marathi background. You speak so fluent and so well. So you can, after, I don't know what is the flow of question, but you can just guide students on how to overcome on that English language, because there are many students who come to the library also and they say, ma'am, आम्हाला थोडंसं बोलायला. They confident आहेत, but somewhere they are, there is some fear in their mind to speak about. Absolutely, your pronunciation and all doesn't show that you are from a Marathi medium. So kudos to you, and this is a big motivation for you students. Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. As you have just raised that point, let me tell you what ours were the years, because you can now imagine me 3 decades तुमच्या मागे आहे. You all are now all modern generation असं आपण म्हणूया. But when we were there, our performance is always mapped and gauged with language. Fortunately for you, your generation, language is no bar. So English is one of the language. Definitely corporate, higher corporate or top of the pyramid that still we are looking at uses English. But as you are grooming your language, groom yourself on domain. That's very important. As ma'am pointed out my case, so let me tell you, I was very good in economics. Marathi. पण माझा इकॉनॉमिक्सवर माझं प्रचंड प्रेम तेव्हाही होतं, माझं आजही आहे. आणि as we talked about approach, when I was in graduation, there was again I had a Shishir Joshi sir. He was HOD of the economics. So he always used to talk in terms of economics. So he used to tell us that whenever you choose a subject, you have to give full energy, like जुनून से उसे करना है. मग ते आम्हाला सांगायचे कॅम्पसवर पोराच्या प्रेमात पडलात तर कसं होईल, सारखं तो मुलगा स्वप्नात येतो, आता तो काय करत असेल, त्याला काय आवडत असेल. Exactly same love you have to deviate towards the subject. Unless until you don't do that, you won't start imbibing. असं होतं की नाही बघा, आपल्याला suppose you like your mother or a sister or maybe sister-in-law who is newly married and entered in your family. You like her and then you start imitating her style. The way she speaks, the way she carry herself, how she match her jewelry to her attire. You start the first stage is imitation. So once you start connecting yourself with the subject with fullest love, whatever is the reason, the first effect of imitation starts. So साधा सिंपल एक्सरसाइज करायचं, जे तुम्हाला आवडतं इंग्लिश मधलं ते 5 मिनिटं ऐकायचं आणि ब्लॅबर. दॅट्स इझिएस्ट वे. मोर यू हिअर, हायर चान्सेस दॅट यू स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग फ्लुएंटली. हा सगळ्यात सोपा मार्ग आहे. सगळ्यात फर्स्ट स्टेज इझिली. देयर लॉट ऑफ नाउ दिस व्हिडिओ सिरीज अवेलेबल, देन पॉडकास्ट सिरीज अवेलेबल. जस्ट लिसन. Even today I listen a lot because it's not only about the language, but it's also about picking up the jargons. The next stage is you have to pick up the jargons. It's a game, so you have to play by the rules. So another is not only the language, but also picking up the jargons. So more you hear, so I always suggest go for the podcast, go audiobooks, Amazon varte. Amazing audiobooks are there. You have a lot of time loitering, walking, you go to toilet, you do your daily course. Just keep earphones on and keep listening to these books. It helps a lot and it creates wonders. आणि तुमचा वेळही वाचतो आणि it goes directly to your unconscious mind. You don't even realize that you have started using that lingo, how you have picked up. So that could be the immediate beginning point. And third important thing I would like to say that या कशालाही पैसे पडत नाहीत. You don't need your institute to run a personality development program for you. It is your personality. Please choose to invest in it, and the only resource you have is time. Just use it wisely. Nothing demands money, or you don't need any mentor in front of you and tell you, please do this, please do that. You all are 18 plus, right? So you are responsible for your own life. So if you take that responsibility seriously, please chalk out a nice plan for it. You can have an activity zone or activity time identified where you will discuss different topics amongst your groups. But if that's not possible, start listening. It will definitely give you better results. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, ma'am, and I'm confident we will keep this advice in our mind. So, ma'am, now let's move forward, and we would love to hear about your career journey and the key decisions that you have made. So, my first question will be, could you take us to your MBA journey right after it? So, what was the turning point that you really defined your path?
Okay. The first year of my MBA, I was completely lost. And that, again, for the obvious reasons. I was from Marathi background. I was completely driven by inferiority complex. Second is, my financial and economic condition was not much. I was not from that better stable background. I had lost my parents. Somebody else was taking care of me. So I think I was emotionally troubled in the beginning. My confidence level was low. I was completely dominated by continuous inferiority complex. So the complex was of language that other girls were speaking. The complex was of dressing that other girls were wearing. I was not able to even carry blazers. I'll show you some photographs sometime. I was very uncomfortable in that attire. It was evident that I'm not comfortable. So my first semester was very shaky. But then again, second semester, our director, she identified some few students where the support is required. And she told us, just focus on the topics, just focus on the subjects, focus on the domain. The rest all can be taken care of. It will happen eventually. Just don't compare yourself. So, and as I said, that I was very good in economics. So that was a period probably where I could really understand my strengths, and I could really understand or was able to design my choices, what I wanted to do. So immediate learning that I have gathered is I was extremely creative person. I did a lot of creative work before also. So likewise, I list down my strength, and then I decided, like, I took help of seniors, I took help of many other faculties. Cummins College, engineering college was there, so we used to interact with a lot of engineering girls also. So it helped me to actually, design a proper SWOT, and that's what I must say that is the time where I decided this is how I'm going to build my career. Obviously, even if somebody says you today, where do you see from 5 years now? So that I don't believe in that question much, because every year, or you can say every moment, things are dynamically changing. So maximum what we can decide is, from today till 5 years, these are the things I would really like to build in myself. This is how I would really like to carry myself. Or this is the position where I am right now. In 2 years, I would like to build, like I did foreign languages also. So I want to go here, I want to complete these languages. Or these are the organizations where I want to prepare for myself. So I think getting into SWOT was the first thing which helped me design my career. Second is, we did a lot of case studies. And in our time, the case studies were not easily available. Now you have everything on internet. My first interaction with Google in my second semester. Imagine, in my second semester, in my second year, second semester. And that too, we have to book slot for internet access here in the institute. And then we used to get only 10-minute slot to explore the internet. So you can understand the resources were not comparatively easily available. The same resources were there, so a lot of books were there. So doing many case studies helped me understand how strategically overall environment is driven, how people approach situations, how leaders make choices and leaders make decisions. So second important thing I realized, I think in the second year, is about making the choices. And most importantly, which again I would like to share with all of you, is you're responsible for it. You are what you choose. And you are going to become what you choose. If you choose to do, take casually your MBA, you will see the results in the placement. Because it's by choice. By choice you have decided not to invest much in yourself. So I'm just not talking only about MBA. Everything in life you do, anything, any action that you take, please remember that action is your choice. You decided to do something, you decided to wear something, you decide to go somewhere, you decide to be with someone at some point. So once you have the conscious understanding that I am what I choose. So every time you choose anything, please make sure this action is it in line of my final goal, or this action is deviating me from the final goal. So I think this understanding we got in second year. We went through a lot of sessions with our director, and I think the most important career changing point I got after actually I finished my corporate career after 6 years. The same year, a lot of personal decisions were happening, and the biggest learning I got is you need to prioritize. Do I want to prioritize my career, my personal growth, or I want to prioritize my family and my family goals? So, because your prioritization will decide how you want to deviate or invest your energy. So after completing my almost 8 years in corporate, I realized that if I choose a family, for me, continually being in corporate and driving demanding jobs is going to be very, very challenging. So am I really made for it or not was the second threshold I faced. And I think there again I switched my career, and then I decided to get into the corporate trainings and further research and policy analysis. Most important thing which I would definitely like to suggest all of you is look for cross-functional degrees, because that was most important, I must say, decision and support I got in my career. I did MBA marketing, then I did MBA systems, and eventually I also completed MBA HR. So when I get into actually the job, I completed MBA HR. Cross-functional degrees gave me complete understanding of the processes, and then probably making the choices became very, very easy for me. Whether you go in marketing or finance, that specific career path you can definitely select. But if you have cross-functional degree, it gives you perfect understanding of the business. And going up in the corporate ladder, cross-functional degrees always help. And for you, now there are n number of opportunities. So please complete one certification every 6 months. That helps a lot. So don't sit idle, don't take 2 years as a leisure time. These 2 years is like 2 years of 12th. The way we used to study in 12th, you need to study in the same manner for MBA. So that helped me a lot. I built a lot of certifications during the process. I completed my journalism also. So I had many options open for you, open for me in corporate also. Like I'm not able to go on the field for marketing. Then can I sit back, do research? Can I sit back, do content analysis? Can I sit back, get into the policy? Can I sit back and actually go into data analytics and strategy designing? So those many choices were open for me because of the cross certifications that I have done. So you need not top in everything, but you can score average and have the certification added to your curriculum. That always helps.
So guys, certifications do matters. So that let's keep that in
And
mind.
one more important thing, that when I was working with Hindustan Tires initial, I had 1 year assignment. It was internship assignment, and then actually the major roles were getting decided. But most important business learning I had in Hindustan Tires. They rarely hire. Now the company is taken over, but they never used to hire girls. So ours was just the second batch in the company. And the company had a fantastic role. You know, you do anything. You're a finance, you're HR, you're marketing, operations, blah blah blah. You do anything. First thing you need to do is go and sell the tire. Whosoever you are, whatever is the profile, first you need to go and sell whatever the product. It could be tire or fixer or patch, anything. You just go and sell it. Now the biggest learning here I received as a marketing person also, as a professional also, and as an individual valuation is, पैसा customer की pocket से आता है. If you keep customer happy, then the business runs. If the customer is not happy, the business is not happy, eventually your job is not happy. This is one thing. And second thing is, पैसा निकालना बहुत मुश्किल काम. Very difficult. It's not so easy to make somebody to pay something that you think is very useful for them. And this again helped me in looking at the business in completely different perspective. We all use the word value. You know, value for customer, value for company, value for money. काफी ज़्यादा ये word हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं. So what is precisely value is? If I put in the context of management degree, unless until you don't go on the roads, you will not realize the value. So whatever business you are, and again remember this happened with us, it happened with, I think it happens with every fresher or fresh graduate candidate. First 2 years are a probation where you have to sell, that make you sell, you do anything. Even if you're an HR, you have to sell HR policy to either your juniors, colleagues, seniors, whosoever is around you. So I think it's very important. Be ready for slogging those initial 2 years, understand the market, understand dimensions of the market very well. Whatever is your profile and whatever is your specialization. So पैसा कहाँ से आता है? ये पहला, the first question. Second thing I learned, which eventually helped me in my consultancy when I'm now dealing with women entrepreneurship or candidates, there this learning really helped me. पैसा कहाँ से आता है? दूसरा सवाल, पैसा कैसे बनता है? तीसरा सवाल, ये कंपनी पैसा कमाती कैसी है? ये चलता कैसे? So these three questions as a management student should always be on top of your mind. Be it anyone, even if it's a roadside ढाबे वाला, you should ask these three questions. यार ये पैसा बनाता कैसे है? ये आटे दाल का भाव कम करता है, या ये सस्ता माल इस्तेमाल करता है, या ये होलसेल में खरीदता है, या ये जगह उसकी खुद की है, rented space. All these questions, three questions, will give you direct exposure to marketing strategies. Now we all are talking about Zoho, right? Zoho, you all have heard about it. Now India is trying to compete with Google. With Google now they are getting into the search engine also. So from Zoho to WhatsApp to Facebook to Mama Earth products to Crate to Bharat Petroleum, apply these three questions to Adani to Ambani. Ambani पैसा बनाता कैसे है? क्या बिजनेस मॉडल है? वो पैसा निकालता कैसे है? What makes customers to pay for his products? And how he convinces them to make or to pay for his product. So these three questions, this important learning I got in my early stages of career, and I think that helped me a lot to make better choices further when I get into different products. Like Nilesh Plastics was completely different company. Now again it is taken over by another firm. And fortunately that time the sustainability era was not strong. But selling plastic, from plastic mug to plastic chair, that was fantastic experience. And we interacted with different set of customers, and it helped me to, you can say, lose down my prejudices. So when anyone has money is a god for you, whatever product you are selling. So the second important lesson during that tenure we learn is, in Marathi we say डोक्यावरती बर्फ आणि तोंडात साखर. हे खूप अवघड आहे. It's very difficult never to lose your calm, never to lose your grace, never to bring harsh words, and still continue doing what you need to do. So difference between aggression and assertiveness, I realize. You don't realize it till you really practice it. But this is another thing you can really invest good time on it. And this is the one skill I'm still building. Because being woman and being housewife, the aggression part goes on higher indices. But for you, you are at the budding stage, so you can invest good time in building your mental, I must say, mental health, mental strength, and you can definitely define aggression and assertion, and that will definitely help you to, walk higher up in the leadership roles. It helps, and those who are actually, I think you can also add a few things to it. Those who are actually into the leadership roles right now, you're leading various committees, you're leading some event or some activity in class, in college, in competitions. So that is a fantastic playground where you can use all these techniques and practice them. What is aggression, where I need to show aggression and where I need to show assertion.
Actually, I want to add on that. Actually, we are experiencing, all of us, like we have, our event is coming, Kushagra, it's on 10 October. So we are doing promotion, sponsorship. So we are really experiencing all of those situations, and we are really relatable to that content.
Yes.
And actually, I'm recalling that dialogue from the movie, but I can't really remember the name. That the customer Bhagwan hai. So ma'am just mentioned like that. So I'm unable to recall the movie here.
That Bhagwan is very moody.
True that. So moving forward, ma'am. Just you mentioned that you did a PhD in women entrepreneurship. Like later you pursued a PhD in women entrepreneurship. What inspired you to choose that subject, and what was the biggest takeaway from your research?
Yes. So as I never liked statistics, I always liked economics, marketing, and entrepreneurship. These subjects I always loved, and entrepreneurship always made me very curious. So let me just add some personal, again, little bit to it, which probably you can think of this. Nowadays, it's very important, very important for you to build or invest little bit in spirituality, and not bringing religion into it, because that's your personal choice, what you want to practice, how you want to practice. Though I am a practicing Hindu, आणि मला त्याच्यातला experience खूप आहे, but then again, as I say, it's personal choice. You choose any religion to practice. प्रत्येक religion मध्ये काही spiritualityचा core आहे, आणि unless until you don't invest enough on spirituality or understand it, it won't stabilize you. It won't give you enough fuel to think and act. See, I always say, if you want to do something for the nation, 3 things you should do. Okay? You need not really go on a border and do something great. 3 things. First, take care of your hemoglobin. Very simple. Do regular hemoglobin and iron check. Particularly for young girls, it's always a problem. And why hemoglobin is a problem? Because then it reduces oxygen supply to different parts of the body and then it impacts your overall efficiency. So if you want to remain efficient, energetic, powerful, build strength, you need a physical strength. If you want to travel, if you want to do promotion activities, if you want to walk up 3 floors of your college, enter into the hall and deliver a fantastic speech within no time, you need strength. So simple thing you need to do is keep check of your hemoglobin and iron. Second is invest enough time on your emotional strength. Emotionally stable women creates emotionally stable society. It's a fundamentally proven study. So we always say that woman power or she is the creator. We both are born, male and female, born with some different characteristics. So our whole strength is in emotional stability. So invest enough time from early stages of your life in building emotional stability. And emotional stability साठी काय करायचं? So read good content, hear good content, observe good people, listen to good leaders, and as much as possible stay away from, I will not say stay away, but reduce the percentage of this OTT content. OTT versa, media versa content, most of the times it has no moral to take. So for entertainment it's good. Give some percentage of your day to that entertainment, but rest all the time invest in listening good people, good interviews, good stories, good movies. There are a lot of good comedy movies which will help you to be happy, relax. So that's second. And third important thing is building your spiritual core. And spiritual core means what? For female, first important thing is stay away from gossip. It's very important. It's very difficult. Let me tell you. You know about something or somebody which you are eager to expose. You want to tell. But the spiritual training will tell you not to do that. And I always believe in this, that the kind of environment you want for yourself, you need to build it. If you want a pure environment, you need to invest in it. So, if you invest enough in building your spiritual strength, तुमचा डोकं जाग्यावर राहील, you will be able to make better choices, make better decisions. So when I put all these 3 things together, I added it with marketing. I got few fantastic revelations. And most important revelation is that the whole entrepreneurship phenomena in India for women is still at nascent stage. Whenever we talk about entrepreneur, there are 10 cases of a male entrepreneur vis-a-vis 2-3 cases of a female entrepreneurs. Now slowly past 15 years, female entrepreneurship, there's a lot of change in it, female entrepreneurs are coming up. But then going ahead, overall female entrepreneurs are always in a catching up mode, is what I observed in my study. Still it's going on, there are a lot of readings are coming out. Like for example, whenever there is a technology, the first sample group is always a male and then the second is a female. So I gathered these observations and then I decided to go for, my specific topic was marketing problems faced by women entrepreneurs in entrepreneurship ventures. So basically entrepreneurship is not a gender phenomenon. Anybody can be entrepreneur, but where you approach, there the gender comes into the picture. So that's how it inspired me, and I do a lot of work into the rural areas. So there I realized that those females are in a better position than what we are, despite having all kind of exposure. So that helped me that, okay, what is different? Let me tell you the case study of Jerk. I do a lot of training programs there. The lady was just 4th class pass and she wanted to do something for a family. So she put together a group of women, they started self-help groups. Then they thought, group to apan ekatra yeau. So the first thing is, as always say, in women is papad and spices. Papad, poli and spices is the formula. So they decided to go for bhakri. Then they talked to few people. Then they made it a little bit, added preservatives and some thickness to it so that the bhakri will remain little longer. And you will not believe, in last 5 years now this group is reached to the level of exporting bhakris. So they are the suppliers, they are the second level supplier to the company which is getting all these bhakris, getting them certified and exporting them. So these kind of n number of stories lying in rural India, and these women are doing phenomenal job. आपण विचार पण नाही करू शकत अशी कामं या बायका करतात. So जेवढं मी त्यांच्याबरोबर इंटरॅक्ट केलं, then it triggered me more to deep dive into women entrepreneurship. Like what are the real challenges? And then two important things I feel is at somewhere, particularly girls who are getting opportunity to or access to the education, they need to stand for themselves. If upon शिक्षण घेऊन, even after MBA, if I think that somebody should do something for me, then forget the female who are at the lower strata as far as the educational opportunities are concerned. So start standing for yourself and start taking about, you can say, right to access, start claiming it. That inspired me a lot going for the woman entrepreneurship. म्हणजे आपण कायम म्हणतो, that's what I have reported in my PhD thesis also, driving. Women are bad drivers. So तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल सगळ्यांनी तुमच्या भावांकडनं, घरातनं. So this statement always amused me की हे असं का? असं थोडीच आहे की ड्रायव्हिंग, आता they drive missile also, they drive चंद्रयान also, मग तिला गाडी नाही का चालवता येणार? असं काय रॉकेट सायन्स आहे गाडी चालवणं म्हणजे, आणि असं काय वेगळं स्त्री पुरुषाच्या मध्ये आहे? See, the only difference is पुरुष जेवढा जास्त काळ गाडी चालवतोय तेवढा जास्त काळ आपल्याला नाही मिळाला. When we were kids, somebody used to drop us. Even थोडासा मोठा भाऊ असेल तरी तो म्हणणार मी सोडतो, मी घेऊन येतो. थोडेसे अजून मोठे झाल्यानंतर काय थोडंफार आपण गाडी चालवू, मग नवरा असतो किंवा ड्रायव्हर असतो किंवा सो ऍक्च्युली वी टेकिंग रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अँड ड्रायव्हिंग इट हे अलीकडे सुरू झालं. दिस इज व्हेरी रिसेंट फिनॉमिना. सो आय थिंक अजून 30-40 वर्षानंतर हे मिथ राहणार नाही. बिकॉज are you getting the point? So it's only matter of opportunity, exposure and practice. So better we do it. आपल्याला थोडे जास्त प्रयत्न, एफर्ट्स त्याच्यात घालायला लागतील, कारण अजून तो जेनेटिकल किंवा DNA विजडम या जेंडर मध्ये हळूहळू तयार होतो. But then we will be able to combat it. So that is how really I turned into woman entrepreneurship, and it was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My overall PhD research journey, and then eventually I shifted into the training programs. So when I go into the training programs, I always tell if जे येत नाहीये ते शिका. असं काही नाही की आपण करू शकत नाही. लिमिटेशन्स आहेत जेंडर वाईज. काही स्ट्रेंथ आपल्या थोड्याशा कमी असते. तुम्हाला अगदी वेट लिफ्टिंगच करायचं तर यू कॅन डू दॅट. यू नीड टू पुट एफर्ट्स. बट as far as intellectual equity is concerned, we are at par. तिथे कुठलाच डिफरन्स नाहीये. So just don't bother, don't think की आपण हे करू शकत नाही. So we can definitely do that. At the same time, another risk which I have experienced, probably आता ती थोडीशी कमी झाली आहे, but still it is there. It's a what you can say is gender abuse or gender utilization, both ways. Using the woman card is also wrong, and also falling prey to the gender abuse is wrong. So हे सगळं मी त्याच्यात एक्सप्लोर केलं. MBA ची 2 वर्ष when I was here, we never felt the limitation that there are no boys, so we are isolated and how we can combat, because competition is anyways the inbuilt spirit. But it definitely helped us creating strong foundation, or you can say strong connections with empowerment, building your strength, हे सगळं खूप अर्ली स्टेज we realized.
Thanks, ma'am. I know everyone is having their own questions, so let's ask audience what they want to ask now.
If you माझं उत्तर जरा लांबलं तर you can stop me, no problem. In a flow we may speak little more.
Who is going to ask the question? Good morning, ma'am. Okay, so I want to ask, like, what was the most challenging phase of your career and how did you overcome that?
I had two phases. The first phase was when I was into Hindustan Tires, there were no females. So getting adjusted with the environment was initially, I found it challenging. But then eventually we get used to it, I adopted it. But it was very difficult for me to work with pressure targets. It was very difficult. Second phase was when I got married and when I was into this field, balancing my personal life, my personal priorities and my professional priorities. So that's what I said. I never calculated my marriage time in my career. That was a mistake, I feel. That when you're planning a career and when you're really ambitious and you want to plan it in advance, you always count marriage. It's very important. Everybody should get married. It's a beautiful phase of life. But count in it. Give enough time. Make a space for it. And let it be a very thoughtful and wisest decision. So in my case, marriage happened. So I could not have enough time to prepare myself to balance it out. So that phase was very, very challenging. And third, I would say is taking a call that I need to make a choice between personal and professional. I need to switch career because these things I need to take care of and these things I need to leave. So that was third challenging point I faced. But then I think everybody goes through it. If you prepare, you can say better educational qualifications or certifications, when these kind of decisions you need to take, probably you have better options open also. So fortunately the phase was then aced down for me. Yes. So as I mean to just to summarize, the challenge was not whether I'm female or like the challenge. What I felt is I was not better equipped to make informed decisions that time. That's why I faced it as a challenge. So if we start preparing ourselves in decision making mechanism itself, की हा decision घ्यायचा कसा आणि maximum काय level पर्यंत हे decisions जाऊ शकतात. So probably ते tension थोडंसं आपलं ease out होतं.
Anyone else?
Good morning, ma'am. My question is, what qualities do you look for in young professional when they enter the corporate world?
Very first important thing is learning attitude. Extremely important. Whether you are moldable or not. I work with many recruitment consultants also. The most important, particularly Gen Z and all these discussions are going on. Three things which they consistently tell is the overall attitude, that is whether you are moldable or not. Second, so most important is learning attitude. Second is your core value system and integrity. Do you have value system in place? तुमच्या स्वतःच्या काही व्हॅल्यूज आहेत का नाही की माझ्यासाठी माझी फॅमिली माझं कुटुंब इम्पॉर्टंट आहे कुठल्याही इलिगल मार्गाने पैसे कमवायचे नाही आणि कुठलीही आय एम जस्ट गिव्हिंग यू एक्झाम्पल सो व्हॉट काइंड ऑफ व्हॅल्यू सिस्टम यू फॉलो अँड दॅट इंटिग्रिटी इज इन प्लेस थर्ड इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग इज आर यू ओपन फॉर द फीडबॅक आर यू एबल टू रिसीव द फीडबॅक अँड मोल्ड युअर सेल्फ अकॉर्डिंगली आणि fourth important thing is, as I said, I always feel it's very important, is rigor and commitment. There is no choice to, or you can say no option to rigor and doing efforts. It's very important. हे करावंच लागतं. कष्ट, let it be any level, any industry, any sector. हे initial stages ला तुम्हाला करायलाच लागतं. As you grow up in the leadership ladder, the point of rigor changes. They go into different areas. But सुरुवातीला तुम्हाला आपण जे legwork म्हणतो ना, ते खूप जास्त करायला लागतं. And you should be ready for it. Yes.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. So let's move forward. Ma'am, based on your experience, we would love to know the lessons as a student should carry forward. So my question would be, what are the unique qualities that women make a resilient leader and successful entrepreneurs?
Most important is the compassion that we bring. Second important thing is connecting with people. So we have that ability to manipulate our emotions and get connected. And you can put it in positive way to make your organizations work better. Third important thing is actually me woman asatun त्याच्याकडे बघत नाहीये because it's there. It's in everybody. We need to have it. Third important thing is fitness of mind and body. त्याच्याशिवाय पर्याय नाही because then you can't compete in competition. And fourth important is every battle needs again ethics and integrity. त्याच्याशिवाय पर्याय नाही. If you have integrity, it will take you long. पैसे initially थोडे कमी मिळतील, but integrity and commitments are always important to take you long time in your journey.
Thanks, ma'am. Well, to keep in mind. So, if today's students want to start their own ventures, what are the top 3 skills or habits they should be developed now?
First important thing is stay connected with the technology, because initial drivers of entrepreneurship were different, but today everything is driven by technology, so you have no choice. Keep learning. Second important thing, be observant. What is happening in your ecosystem? What is happening around you? What are the trends that are picking up around you? Third important thing, keep track of politics, because national and international politics driving lot many things which is impacting the drivers around you. So you need to keep track of it. Let's say example of like today everything, the marketing or even all the products and companies, everything is about experience. Everything, even if you want to buy a cement, is an experience. You must have seen the advertisement. The boy telling aging father कि मी असं भारी घर बनवेन आणि मग, but it's a cement यार, it's a cement thing. Be it anything. So nowadays everything is about experience, and that particularly your generation. My generation have not seen it, but your generation, all the experiences are personalized and customized. आमच्या लहानपणी कसं होतं, मी लहान असताना we used to have one TV, either black and white or color, एकच TV. आणि पूर्ण बिल्डिंग मधले, सोसायटीतले आजूबाजूचे मुलं रामायण बघायला माझ्या घरी यायचे. And then it used to have big fun. And then everybody used to come with choices की काकू ते 3 वाजता स्पायडरमॅन लागतं ना, ते आम्हाला बघायचं. So I used to adjust sleep schedule की ठीक आहे आता त्यांचे पोरं स्पायडरमॅन बघत. You can't relate with this because you have your personal 3 screens. तुमचा लॅपटॉप आहे, तुमचा फोन आहे, तुमचं iPad आहे. And then you take, you buy your own subscriptions. The content you watch, your parents don't watch same content. Your brother don't watch same content. So maybe at the same time zone, 5 members of the family are watching 5 different screens and 5 different content. And so for you, the account is on your name, your profile and your choices. This is the reality, and this is how the whole market is being driven today. Everything, even if you want to buy a beauty product, they will ask you की तुम्हाला shea seeds जास्त पाहिजे का तुम्हाला cream जास्त पाहिजे का तुमच्या ह्याला स्किनवर फोड जास्त आहे. It is everything customized. You take diet products, higher level of customization. You take four-wheeler, two-wheeler, higher level of customization. So everything today is personalized and customized, and you just can't forget it. You need to remember that this is how you take LIC policy, you take mutual fund, you take farm equipment products. So personalization and customization is driving. Second is everything is omni-channel today. Same content everywhere. You keep on changing the different social media platforms, and then you see same communication is being run on. So you have higher hold on social media platforms, better visibility you can start building for yourself. Third, current is the era of projections and narratives. How you build projections, and those projections are driven by influences. So Bothra, what's his first name? I missed.
Anyone know?
Bothra, who runs the yoga revolution. So he started. I missed his first name. He's a simple individual. Started practicing yoga, and then he understood that today everything is on mobile. Nobody sits in front of TV. So can I feed customized content on mobile? And that's how this yoga revolution started. Or another important, I can quote example of super bottoms. You know super bottoms? अरे काय तुम्ही? मला वाटलं हे तुमच्याकडनं मला ऐकायला मिळेल सगळं. आता काय करायचं, तुम्ही सगळे ChatGPT वापरता. You have ChatGPT accounts or Copilot or some AI account you have. So I'll give you a simple exercise. What you can do is you can have fortnightly calendar, 15 days. Top 10 startups in India. Get the ChatGPT data. Divide 10 companies amongst yourself. Have a discussion at the weekend. Gather data over week. The period and keep changing the companies after every 15 days. नवीन माहिती तुम्हाला किंवा त्याचा फोकस बदलत राहा. Now I was talking about the Super Bottom. Super Bottom is a company startup started by lady Pallavi Uttadi. Okay. Super Bottom came into the discussion because this Alia Bhatt, she invested in her company. त्याच्यामुळे त्याच्या कंपनीला एकदम ग्लॅमर मिळालं. सुपर बॉटम्स म्हणजे पल्लवी काय बनवते, तर पूर्वी आपण जे लंगोट घालायचो ना मुलांना, घरातले लंगोट आया घरच्या कपड्यांचे छोट्या बाळांना घालायचे. So now she is preparing those kind of nappies for the kids, which are organic, of soft cottons, and easy disposable. So when Pallavi Uttadi started doing it, she used the influencers marketing channel. She never advertised because startups never have that appetite of big advertisements. So it's very interesting case study. जेवढं तुम्हाला मिळेल तेवढं वाचा probably, then it will be interesting to discuss. So remember this name. Also read the story of Creed, credit card platform. The Creed ने कसं केलं? It was slow moving, and then they brought in angry Rahul Dravid, and then everybody started talking about Creed. Because angry Rahul Dravid is an unknown phenomenon. Why I am quoting this example is this is on an omni-channel and experience-based, we can say the customer awareness creation technique. So remember these few brands. You can read the case study of UPI, Indian UPI. You know this UPI story? तुम्ही UPI वापरता, GPay, PhonePe सगळं वापरतो आपण, right? So UPI is a platform created by our own government, the platform which is now being used by 20 other nations. So त्यांनी काय केलं, विचार केला की डिजिटल पेमेंटला आपण युनिफाय कसं करू शकतो. So they gathered, particularly the rural intelligence helped a lot, and the UPI platform. NPCA is a company. तुम्ही NPCA ला जाऊन त्याचा डेटा तुम्ही वाचू शकता की how they are doing great things. But it was very interesting. Now another important trend in marketing is democratization of information. My कामवाली बाई has a better smartphone than me. So आधी हे luxury होती. So I used to have माझ्याकडे smartphone 8. She has a better model. This is democratization. तुमच्या लक्षात येते? Few years back it was not possible. She and myself, we may not shop in a same shop, but we have access to the same data, same information, same gadgets. I buy Dove, she also buys the same thing. Why? Sachet culture. You have 10 rupee data. You can tell भैया 10 रुपए का recharge कर दो. It was not possible before. So these things are changing the startup creation also. Which kind of startups that are coming up and how these startups are actually observing the Indian market. So that is heavily impacting. तुम्ही Shark Tank बघता regularly. So another thing now you can do is have weekly discussions on Shark Tanks actually. Ki how there are few entrepreneurs who pitch excellent and some of them they lose basically in the pitch. So it will help you in communication also, it will help you in pitching also, and it will help you in understanding financial dynamics. I repeat पुन्हा एकदा की तुम्ही स्टार्टअपचा विचार जरी करत असलात तरी सुद्धा पैसा कसा येतो हे कळलंच पाहिजे. मी तुम्हाला 15 रुपये दिले, 15चे 1500 करायला सांगितले, तर ते तुम्ही कसे करा? So the whole journey is your enterprising thought. So the more you observe the market, more you prepare yourself with technology, more you keep cross-functional learning going on, or you can say positively learning cross-functional or cross-domain things. It will help you a lot in startup design.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Guys, we really need to keep eye on that. So, a quick question for the audience. If you could give your advice for your future self from 5 years from now, so what would it be? Any volunteers? I guess they are really eager to hear from you, ma'am, only. So moving forward, where do you see the role of women entrepreneur evolving the next decade both in India and globally?
Okay. तुम्हाला काय वाटतं? How women entrepreneurship is going to change? What do you think? काहीतरी तर विचार असतील का?
Guys, open up. It's an informal session.
Anybody else? She used a very fantastic word, digitalization. Digitization, even digitalization, both. Any term you can choose. What does it precisely mean? Google it. You have phones now. Use it. Ask ChatGPT. Tell me.
Guys, come on, fast.
Yes.
So, what I think basically is using the digital platform. If I want to start a business, right? So before it means like people have before digitalization and all that. Whenever someone is starting a business, whether it's small or big, you have to reach customer like in person. for my benefit, for my business to reach more goals.
Fantastic. So that's pretty close. Whatever you were doing manually or whatever you were doing with the help of people, those all processes are integrated, and then all those processes are driven by technology. ज्याच्यामध्ये human interference almost nil आहे. So we say that digitization today is driving because everywhere now digitization is entering. This is one aspect, definitely. It is giving lot of opportunities for women entrepreneurs. Let's say, for example, mining. As I work in policy research, I did with Dr. Prachi Zavadekar, we did a research project on this Vedant mining company, that is Hindustan Zinc Limited. So, as per the policies, women miners, in mining, women are not allowed in critical below the earth jobs. There is a lot of pressure and certain internal organs of female body cannot take the pressure. There norms there is fight still going on. But below the earth, women are not allowed. But how digitization has helped is, like she can sit in a control room, she can watch what is going on under the earth, and if she needs to move the machinery, की इकडे मला सुरुंग लावायचा आहे, इथे मला मॅपिंग करायचं आहे, इथून क्रेन मला अमुक एका पॉइंट पर्यंत हलवायची. सो हे सगळं कंट्रोल रूमचं काम नाव women can do, or they have entered into mapping, they have entered into geosensing. So definitely digitization is opening up a lot of opportunities for women in, I must say, in non-traditional sector. Now if we take traditional sectors, definitely women entrepreneurship is now taking shape, and it is definitely going to the next level, or I must say, no more woman word will be associated with it. Entrepreneurs, some are women and some are men. This kind of, you can say, ecosystem will definitely be there. At the same time, there are going to be a lot of challenges as a society that we are going to face is, what is going to happen to the family stabilities? That is another question which is consistently coming up front, that if she wants to do certain things, who will take care of a family? So maybe new family models will born, new options will come or may not come, we don't know, it's all dynamic. But yes, soon it is not like down the line 10 years, it is no more a male and female entrepreneurship. They are just entrepreneurs, and even today in many fields, male and female, they are competing at equal levels. Because of the traditional roles and because of the traditional burdens, the journey for female is been always difficult in Asian countries, I must say. But more or less it's similar across many other nations also. की असं नाही की US मध्ये खूप सोपं आहे आणि जर्मनी मध्ये खूप सोपं आहे. In fact, Korea, China, Japan, इथे the problems for female are more complicated than even what we can think of. Even when we talk about US as far as the female rights is concerned, I must say that Asian countries are at the better position. So glass ceiling factor अजून सगळीकडे थोडासा आहे. Eventually तो कमी होईल किंवा त्याचं स्वरूप थोडंसं बदलेल. But as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, definitely women are going to compete equally with men. आणि याचं कारण आहे, the most important reason is education. That you now look at your parents. जे बाहेर ना आले, those who are from outside Maharashtra, outside Pune. Your parents have sent here, they have trusted you. You have given a lot of freedom. You are taking responsibility of your own life, which was not possible a few years back. So now it's equally happening that parents are sending girls out to explore, to start their own venture. There is equal support from the families also. Legal structure-wise now, women are given equal rights into ancestral property, into father's property, into claiming the name or the right on collective family property. हे सगळं आधी नव्हतं. So या सगळ्या गोष्टी protection आणि लीगल सपोर्ट येतोय त्याच्यामुळे डेफिनेटली एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सिनारियो इज गोइंग टू चेंज. Important observation during my thesis I made is to begin the venture, the first hurdle was female never used to have property on their name. So there was nothing to, what we can say that, which will be the basis to take loan from any financial institute. But eventually even that is changed. Now there are a lot of schemes for female entrepreneurs. Government is doing lot of work in that area. So without any guarantee you can get easy 1.5 lakh rupees loan under Mudra. That is the beginning. There are many such schemes which women can go for, and then that will definitely help in shaping the woman entrepreneurship or woman led ventures as आपण म्हणू. So that's definitely increasing.
So moving forward, ma'am, if you had a chance to redesign MBA curriculum for today's generation, what one subject or skill would you definitely add?
Sorry, which subject or
skill?
okay. I think Indian knowledge system is already there.
Yeah.
So from Indian knowledge system, Panchatantra is something I will Panchatantra and Chanakya Niti I will make compulsory. Particularly for women or girl students I will make compulsory. Second, I will have a full curriculum on physical fitness for women, and then targets of push-ups, Surya Namaskar and meditation will be there. Marking system will be based on that, what kind of diet they go through. And third important thing is I will add the subject in I think core financial analysis already they have. I would like to add topic in family business and family bonding. So particularly for female students it will help a lot than the comparatively counterparts. Yes.
So ma'am, before wrapping up, if you could leave us just one life lesson or something you wish every young professional carry with them, what would it be?
Oh. I don't think so I've reached to that level yet. But first, I'll just try to sum up because मी असा कधी विचार नाही केला, पण I'm extremely proud of being female. First of all, I always feel great. की एक तर कसलं भारी एक तर भरपूर नटका येतं. Look at the choices we have. Nobody else can have that choices. Sometimes I feel poor की तुम्हाला जे असं घालायला लागतं ना. Sometimes because आता corporates मध्ये पण एवढे blazers कोणी carry करत नाही, but then you can have beautiful attires. I'm sorry, I don't mean to point out any specific. प्रत्येक संस्थेचं काहीतरी guideline असते, पण we have beautiful attires. We need not really dress up like a male every time. We have beautiful attires. We can. So I feel great की हे सगळं मी explore करू शकते. Second is I can live life in a full circle. Different roles I have played, which a male counterpart also plays, but he can't have fun of having a child inside. The feeling असतं ना, that's phenomenal. Ki you have a small baby inside you, and then everyone today is coming out from a mother. जर ती बाई तिथे नसती तर आज आपण इथे नसतो. So तो जो क्रिएशनचा आनंद आहे, तो being a female only I can take, because then it gives me full life experience. Third important lesson is to prove myself, I need not compete with male, is what I realize. If I want to prove myself, I'm enough, I have everything, and I really need no competition with my gender. Other gender, rather हा perspective थोडासा आपण imbibe करायला पाहिजे आपल्यामध्ये की that we are always complementary. We were never in competitive positions. दुर्दैवाने it happened in environment and ecosystem, and a lot of things, lot of people are doing work on it, lot of NGOs working in that direction. Empowerment मध्ये आपण बऱ्याच गोष्टी शिकतो, पण we are never competing with other gender. Our competition is with my gender only. And if I understand that, probably my growth journey will be very, very easy. Another important thing I learned in my process, because after marriage you experience a different state of life. A female can be better motivator for other female. Always remember, your mother, your sister, your friends, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, जे serial मध्ये दाखवतात ना ते खरं नसतं. Life is not like that. So I always tell, even we do a lot of programs for this budding young women entrepreneurs who are getting married now, entering into the new phase of life. We always tell them that it always happens. A lot of negativity is always there, the estates, because it's a set of people staying together, so it's obvious it happens. It happens with your friends also. Make sure you will not make poison of it. And then you will, cutting threads is very easy, but then you are not a manager. A manager can never do that. He will say, yes, tu pan bhari, tu to khupaz bhari. Let's do it. Let's try again. So let's try again always needs to be the mantra of life. Whatever you do, let's give it a try. And keep trying. Life is always about trying, is what I now realize at this stage. कि असं नाही मला सगळं खूप बारीक कळलंय. I'm just sharing the lessons or experience, based on experiences, what learning I have gathered. And that helped me to craft my personality. To clear my goals, की मला कुठे जायचं इथून पुढे, and how my journey is going to be. So, if you want to be happy, you need to create happy environment around you. So whosoever females around you, please help them, support them, participate in their growth, try and understand them, empathize with them. The way we can understand each other, nobody else can do that. So with this, while entering into corporate, maintain your womanhood, maintain your integrity, stand firm on your values, make proud your father, your mother, your brother, your sister. They are your real strength. They are your, you can say, the source of motivation. And based on that, if you build a good domain, then nobody can beat you. And पुढची जी journey is, let it be. Everybody has their own speed, so don't compare. So that journey eventually slowly happens. So invest on foundations right now. Make strong, solid foundation of domain, of character, of knowledge, and of fitness. या चार गोष्टी. याच्यावर आता भरपूर वेळ घालवा. Jumping based on that will be very easy for you in future. Yes.
So guys, do note down the mantra that ma'am gave us.
मंत्रा वगैरे काय नाही, पण आय थिंक ह्या लेवलला आल्यावर मला जाणवतं की फिटनेस काउंट्स. तुम्ही नाही टिकला तर मग बिकॉज यू वॉन्ट टू फेल. आपण सगळे कुठे ना कुठेतरी फेल होणार आहोत. इवन यू हॅव नॉट आस्क्ड मी, बट आय हॅड डिझास्टर्स इन माय लाईफ. अँड माझे सगळे जे बिगेस्ट लेसन्स आहेत, जे गोड गोड आपण बोलतो, ते सगळं फेलियरमधनं येतं. ते सक्सेसमधनं येत नाही. Failure, like I had a broken experience of a broken engagement, and then I have experienced that की कसे मैत्रिणी वागतात, तुम्ही कॉलेजमध्ये ते कसं फेस करता, फॅमिली तुमच्याशी कसं वागते, तुमचं अभ्यासावरचं लक्ष कसं उडतं, तुम्हाला ठरवता येत नाही what you need to do. But then there are mentors, there are spiritual mentors, there are your teachers, there are people that whom you have invested. So those people help you during these periods. So those people tell you की how to prioritize. So जेव्हा मी पडले तेव्हा मला कळलं हे गरजेचं आहे. I went through a certain health issues at certain point where I lost many opportunities, rather 2-3 very good opportunities. So there I realized यार काय मिळालं मग तुम्हाला if you can't build on it. So I think more than a success, तुम्ही failures चा जास्त अभ्यास करा आणि just embrace the failure. फेलियर असं काही नसतं, आपण थोडंसं मागे पडतो, कारण फेलियर कदाचित कामाला ऐकायला चांगलं वाटत नाही कित्येकदा, पण कधीतरी तुम्ही मागे पडणार आहात. आपण प्रत्येक जण थोडंसं मागे पडतो, पण अशा वेळेला हॅव पीपल whom you are investing around you, hold them tightly, embrace जेवढं प्रेम त्या काळात तुम्हाला मिळेल, embrace that, and then internalize that failure and then come on. So I think next time onwards you must ask questions on failures. That one of the
Sure.
biggest failures taught you. As I told you, my first semester was disaster. I still have the visuals how I used to cry because मला एक धड उत्तर देता यायचं नाही. आणि economics is my subject I liked and manage of economics सगळं डोक्यावरनं जायचं माझ्या. So then that pushed me की नाही हे जमत नाही पण हे करायला पाहिजे. And but then your friends help you, they tell you, or you get a help from a people completely not expected who tell you how to navigate your pain. किंवा I always relate to this scene. So 3 Idiots, I think तुम्ही 3 Idiots म्हटलं ते का ते? नाही, त्याच्या आधी दिल चाहता है. Have you seen that movie? दिल चाहता है, आमिर खान. Okay. तो सा एकदम से इंटरेस्टिंग फनी कैरेक्टर असतो, लाईक ॲज इफ ही शोइंग इज नॉट सिरियस अबाउट द गर्ल्स एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. आणि मग ती झेंटा त्याला एक ऑपेरा बघायला घेऊन जाते आणि मग ती त्याला म्हणते की तू डोळे मीट आणि मग तू विचार कर की तुझं सगळ्यात कोणावर प्रेम आहे आणि ते तुला दिसेल वगैरे असं. आणि तो सीन खूप छान घेतलाय. तो डोळे बंद करतो आणि मग सडनली देर इज अ एनलाइटमेंट आणि मग तो डोळे उघडतो आणि मग त्याला कळतं. हा जो मोमेंट आहे ना, वी कॉल इट मोमेंट ऑफ ट्रूथ, एमोटिव्ह, हा फेलियर मध्ये येतो. वेन यू फेल यू रिअलाइज यार मी इथे खूप बरी आहे, हे इथे मला कोणी नाही बीट करू शकत. किंवा आय एम व्हेरी गुड ॲट प्रोक्रॅस्टिनेशन, हे मी फेल झाल्यावरच मला कळतं. और आय एम व्हेरी गुड ॲट सारखी कुरकुर करत कोणावर तरी ब्लेम करायचं, हे मी खूप भारी करते, हे मी फेल झाल्यावरच मला कळतं. अँड देन आय रिअलाइज की, और आय रिअलाइज रादर की हे आपल्याला नाही करायचं आयुष्यात. हे आपण केलं तर मार्ग वेगळा आहे, हे आपण बदललं तर आपली जर्नी खूप सुंदर आहे. सो देर आर लॉट ऑफ इम्प्रूव्हमेंट्स यू डू, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स ज्या तुम्ही आतल्यात स्वतःवर क्युरेट करता. जसं मी ॲग्रेशनचं सांगितलं, आय वॉज व्हेरी ॲग्रेसिव्ह, व्हेरी ॲग्रेसिव्ह. आय वॉज इन द सेन्स ते जजमेंट मला कित्येकदा मैत्रिणींमध्ये पण घेता यायचं नाही, आपण फटकन बोलून जातो. आणि दॅट इज व्हेरी स्वीट. आता ती मनाने खूप चांगली आहे. हे एका काळापर्यंत चालतं, पण जर तुमच्या ब्रेनला ती सवय लागली तर ती सवय बदलणं खूप अवघड असतं. पण हे जर मला कळलंच नाही, मी कधी त्याचे लॉस एक्सपिरियन्सच केला नाही, तो मी इफ आय डोंट शेअर द थिंग्स आय एम लुझिंग बिकॉज ऑफ द नेगेटिव्ह क्वालिटीज, आय विल नेव्हर क्युरेट इट. So I think those are the important things eventually I learn, and we all keep learning. I'm still learning. I'm still getting into learning different levels of dealing with people now at my this stage of life. Important thing I would like to share की जे आपण फार बोललो नाही is about reading. Read good books. So मी माझी जी फेवरेट ऑथर आहे तिचं एक पुस्तक आणलंय, रमा बिजापूरकर. All marketing students must read all the books of Rama Bijapurkar. She teaches in IIM Ahmedabad. She keeps teaching in all IIMs and ती खूप भारी लिहिते. हे माझं पहिलं पुस्तक की ज्याने माझ्या मार्केटिंगचे फंडामेंटल्स एकदम क्लिअर झाले. आय स्टिल हॅव दिस कॉपी. त्याच्यावर तिने सही केली होती. या पुस्तकाचं नाव आहे वी आर लाईक दॅट ओनली, अंडरस्टँडिंग द लॉजिक ऑफ कन्झ्युमर्स इन इंडिया. अशी देर आर स्टोरीज. जुगाड नावाचं पुस्तक आहे विच यू कॅन डेफिनेटली यू शुड रीड. देन देर इज इंडियाज रायझिंग स्टार. However, I can mail you the top 10 book list which you can share with us. And simple English आहे, तुम्ही आरामसे वाचू शकता. You will definitely enjoy. याच्यातला एक छोटासा पार्ट मी फक्त वाचून दाखवते की
Yeah, sure. Guys, do note down the author name, Rama Bijapurkar.
Rama Bijapurkar, yes. आता तिने लेसन्स लर्न दिले आणि particularly marketing and HR students should always get into the habits of mapping the past trends. Unless you don't get or realize past trends, because That's the journey you have reached here, and then it will help you to predict the future. So lessons learned, so she is writing that the dangerous delusion of pent-up demand. The boom extrapolation stagnation cycle has since been repeated many times. It is now clear that there is always an initial starburst of demand as a result of confluence of one-time event or phenomenon. Past examples of this: just after liberalization, the release of pent-up demand of rich who always had money and desire but had nothing much to buy. A television ownership boom. When for the first time the category was strongly promoted, a distribution boom that caused a spurt when assorted products and services are suddenly available within easy reach. Lowering the price point with the launch of miniature pack or miniature pack strategy, installment schemes that decrease the unit price and make a range of products suddenly affordable to a whole group of consumers. Now see, we see same phenomena happening with the sachet culture. Here she is talking about installments, now we are talking about the sachet culture. She is talking about sudden ownership boom, today we are talking about aspirational buy. आजच टाइम्स मध्ये खूप I just missed the lady, a fantastic advertisement of some diamond brand. Then you look at it and then you feel, oh my god, I should have it. I should look like this. And when you feel, particularly urban consumer feel, he acts upon it and the same trend gets percolated towards the lower economic strata. So now we see even the way village marriages are getting or organized or happening, the way of they are happening is completely replicated what we see in an urban marriage. You see what Nita Ambani is wearing and you see the replicas, economical replicas everywhere. It's an aspirational buy, and media is doing phenomenal role in aspirational buy. As a marketer, what you should do is catching these trends, or how these trends are really picking up around you. So, जेवढं जास्त तुम्ही छान ऑथर्सचं वाचाल इनिशियली, तुम्हाला खूप हे सगळं रेडीमेड नॉलेज आहे. तुम्हाला फार काही करायचं नाही, तुम्हाला जस्ट ते घेऊन वाचून समजून घ्यायचं आहे. It immediately takes you to the next stage of learning. So please read good books, it always helps, and it's for MBA it's very, very important. My director always used to tell me it's very difficult in MBA to fail. It's equally difficult to get distinction. Both ways. कारण बाकी आपल्याला वाटतं common sense आहे, but then there is also always a niche knowledge which you need to gather.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So, ma'am, before we let you go, we want to end this session on a lighter note with a quick rapid fire. So, you just have to answer in one line only. So, first, one MBA subject you still find useful every day.
Marketing strategies.
One MBA myth you like to bust.
हे सगळं पुस्तकात असतं, असं काही नाही, बिझनेसमध्ये असं काही नसतं. इट्स नॉट लाईक दॅट. Though it's a quick round, we just add. Somebody does something in a business and then it gets documented. That's how the books are written. So be very thorough with theory. It always helps.
One book, podcast or movie that really shaped your thinking.
One is Rama Bijapurkar. Second is Chanakya's Arthashastra. It helped me a lot, particularly in my latter stages.
Guys, you wrote it down. If not MBA, what do you think you would be doing right now?
If not MBA, I would be school teacher.
Okay, that's
So,
good.
yeah. I always wanted to teach history and Sanskrit. Probably I would have been doing that.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Gandhali ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights with us today. Your journey and your words have truly inspired us and give a fresh perspective on marketing and entrepreneurship. Now the three things I like the most and we have to follow: opportunity, exposure, practice, trying and trying. Anyway, a heartfelt thanks to always to our moderator, Mr. Samruddhi Date, Miss Samruddhi Date, for steering today's interaction so effectively. We also thank our director, faculty members and all the students present here for making this coffee connect session engaging and meaningful. With that, we conclude today's program. Let us carry forward the learnings and apply them in our own career journeys. Thank you everyone once again. Thank you.